Characters. Narrator. An unnamed man who is isolated by his wife. Lucy, the narrator's wife who is a physician. Larry, Lucy's brother who looks after the narrator when Lucy is away at work. Narrator is writing in his diary.
I do not understand why Lucy brought me here. She says that I have a nervousness, but I am not sick. Well, it is such a beautiful house. I love almost everything about it. The one thing that does give me anxiety is our room. I really hate this room. Can't we have the room downstairs?
Nonsense. This room is perfect. It has a lot of sunshine. Besides, the room downstairs is not big enough for 2 beds.
But the wallpaper, it's horrible.
Narrator is writing in his diary. He is describing the room.
This room looks like an old nursery. The windows are barred and it had the most hideous wallpaper that I have ever seen. I hate every bit of it. I think that I am not the only one who had felt this disgust towards the wallpaper. It seems as if the residents before shared my hatred for the
Narrator is writing in his diary.
It has been 2 weeks now, and all I can think about is changing the atrocious wallpaper. Lucy was about to change the wallpaper, but she changed her mind and told me that I was letting the wallpaper get the best of me. She told me that if she were to change the wallpaper, I would not have stopped there, that I would have then pleaded to change the bedstead, the barred windows, and so on.
It would be a waste of time to renovate this home when we are only occupying it for 3 months, dear.
Then let us please go downstairs. The rooms are much more comfortable there.
Narrator is writing in his diary.
Lucy is away much of the time, so Larry checks up on me quite often. I wish he would stop doing that. I can handle myself, and it just makes me angry knowing that he and Lucy do not think I can handle myself. I try not to show Lucy that I grow more nervous by the wallpaper because I am sure that she has never been so nervous as I. But that wallpaper, I am now starting to see a pair of upside-down eyes that
Narrator is writing in his diary.
Lucy is such a loving wife. She really takes care of me. She has me taking more tonics only because she hates to have me sick. I wish that I could be more of a man for her. It is bedtime now. I cannot seem to sleep. There are things in that wallpaper that nobody knows but me or ever will. The pattern is getting clearer. I can now see a figure of a man creeping behind the pattern. The faint figure behind seemed to shake the pattern, just as if he wanted to get out. I got up quietly so not to wake Lucy to feel the wallpaper. I could swear.
What's wrong with you? Get back to bed.
I hate it here. I'm not getting any better. Let's go home now.
But our lease is almost over. I can't see why we should leave now. You're
Better in the body, perhaps.
Stop talking that way and be a man. I'm trying my best to help you, but you have to help yourself.
I did not like to argue, so I let Lucy have the last word.
Narrator is writing in his diary.
The pattern changes as the light changes. During the daytime, there is a lack of sequence, and under the moonlight, the pattern becomes bars, and the man behind it is as plain as can be. I am now quite sure that it is a man. I would like to explain the wallpaper to Lucy, but I feel that she would just give me more tonic.
Narrator is writing in his diary.
It is the strangest yellow, that wallpaper. It makes me think of all the yellow things I ever saw, not beautiful ones like buttercups, but old foul, bad yellow things. But there is something about that paper, the smell. It creeps around the house, much like the man that creeps inside the wallpaper at night. He doesn't creep around during the day, but I swear I have seen the man get out during the daytime. It is our last day, and I really want to get this paper off. But I'm afraid Lucy's beginning to notice. I must wait for her to leave. She is gone now. I'm all alone, and I can finally get to work. I have locked the door and thrown the key down into the front path. I started to peel off the paper. It sticks horribly, and the pattern enjoys it.
Why is the door locked? What are you doing? Open the door.
I can't! I threw the key out the window!
What? What is the matter? For God's sake, what are you doing?
I can't! I threw the key out the window!
Lucy runs down to get the key and opens the door.
I kept on creeping just the same, but looked at her over my shoulder. I got out at last, in spite of you and George. I peeled off most of the paper, so you can't put me back.
Lucy then faints when she finds the narrator creeping. Purpose for changing gender: to put a twist on the original story and to relate modern society to the idea of the yellow wallpaper. In today's society, women are holding more positions of power and authority. Our interpretation of the yellow wallpaper will help classmates see what the story would have been like if gender roles were reversed.